Welcome to another episode of Views from the Box. Nana, how are you doing after that win?
Now I'm feeling good, bro. I felt like I popped a molly still. I was sweating at full time, bro. Pinging off the damn walls.
Bro, when you don't tweet during a game, that's when I know, like, yeah, you're watching this
Locked
game.
in.
You're locked in. You're locked in. You're not on Twitter. You're not retweeting anything. You're not liking anything. It's only when it's full time I'll see Maverick has tweeted. But now talk me through that game because look, I have my own opinion as a neutral, but as an Arsenal fan, how did you find that game? Obviously, you're happy to beat United. Everyone is, but
Before I get into it, overall, I think we were average. Overall, I think we
no,
were average.
you were average. You
It
were
wasn't our it wasn't our best game to date. But first 25 minutes, I think we started very well. We had 5 shots. United had zero. But the issue started here. Bad habits started creeping in, fam. Loose passes in midfield, and they scored off their first attack. That pissed me off greatly, fam. Massively. Because Havertz here, I've been defending this guy, but bro, it's a new beginning. Arteta believes in you. Stop being a pussy, fam. So timid. But anyway, that's nothing we can discuss later. But back to the game. Yeah, first half, I was very annoyed that we 1-0 down against the run of play. But I'm happy that we recovered quickly. 35 seconds off from the kickoff. 1-1. Great cross by Martinelli, great finish by Odegaard. He's making that edge of the box cut back here. It's his trademark, from bottom bins. You ain't saving it from him. So first half here, I was angry that we conceded a cheap goal, but overall it was an average performance in the first half. First 25 minutes was very good. We pinned United back and they know what to do. But yeah, we give them a goal and they got confident. You can see that from when we conceded, yeah, United felt way more confident. Even at 1-1, they believed that they could get something from the game. And I didn't like how that theme carried into the second half, because second half, yeah, we're playing like the game was we're playing like the game had we didn't have 20, 30 minutes left. We were so lethargic. I was so annoyed that why are we playing at one pace? Up the intensity, and United can't do anything. And it's lo and behold, yeah, 5 minutes into injury time, we up the intensity, we get 2 goals. So well and truly, what the hell were they doing for 20, 30 minutes of a half time?
I feel like your second half performance for me that was quite poor. You'd
Yeah,
expect Arsenal, you've allowed United to get back into the game, and you saw that they were gaining confidence even after you scored. You thought second half,
yeah,
let's kill.
blitz them.
I thought you were going to react how you reacted when you played Liverpool last year, because I
Yeah.
felt like it was a kind of a similar first half. You started very well. We grew into the game. You finished it a bit better last season, but then the difference between the game against us and the game against United is in the second half, you absolutely dominated. Yes, we scored a goal, but I felt like United were growing into that game. And that Garnacho goal, even though it was marginal, I felt like that was the product of United building into that game. And it
But
felt like that gave you
they
guys
were
a
just looking for us to play a loose pass to midfield there and just kill us. And they almost had it. But that was quick thinking by Gabriel to restrain himself so that the line here doesn't take into account his shoulder. That was very smart from him.
smart. And but even at then, he just got away with it because
Yeah, just got away the car. I thought, to be fair, I clocked it was off. So when I checked it, I was like, tight, tight as fuck. But yeah. But as Declan Rice said, yeah, when they disallowed United's goal, he said that it's over for United. And injury time came, we upped it, grabbed 2 goals, and we killed them off. For me, overall, why couldn't I have played like that from start of the second half? It just made it so much easier. This season, I don't want to do this last minute stuff. It's good once in a while, yeah, but as Henri said last season, when you keep having these games, yeah, when it gets to crunch time, you're mentally jaded. You're
yeah.
exhausted mentally, because how many times are you going to take things to the last minute? It's not good for you long term. Even today, I said, yeah, I'd much rather a 2-0 professional job here than even battering them 5-1 or 5-2. I just wanted a clean sheet, no spectacle, 2-0, make it boring, like City did at United's ground 2 seasons ago, or Ole's last game, second to last game, whereby United, City didn't even get our first gear here, but they battered United, and the scoreline just made it even worse because you clearly City were holding back. That's the type of game I wanted today. At the end of the day, we got 3 points. We go into international break just 2 points behind. Just, recalibrate, tweak the system, and come back way better, because this can't continue. We started slowly, still getting results. One thing I will say is, though, we're creating chances at ease, even though we're not 100%, which is a very good sign. So let's just play with more intensity, not reduce that bad habits, lose passes in midfield. We need to stop that. That's how you get killed in transition. Stop that, because we're at our best, but the stats show that we actually dominate United. So absolute paradox. Crazy, crazy.
I'll say the stats showed it, but one thing I will say, and I tweeted it, yes, the stats might show that you dominated United, but we're both here saying that it was an average performance from Arsenal. And I feel like, except for the Crystal Palace game before the red card and the Nottingham Forest game, I think Fulham, you weren't that great, and today you weren't that great, and
Yeah,
both games were at home. Like, what needs to change? Because it's as if away from home, you guys are all right, you can keep a clean sheet, but at home, you don't dominate games. The Emirates is not as big of a fortress anymore. Teams are gaining a bit more confidence than they should. What
especially
needs
from the second half of last season.
what needs to change? Because yes, like you said, it's a pattern that's carrying on from the second half of last season. What needs to change, like personnel wise? Because I feel like today this was as close to your strongest team as you could have put out. Yes, you could have added Thomas Partey in, but Thomas Partey, I don't think Thomas Partey coming back into your team is gonna lead to less loose passes into midfield. One needs to change because you guys lose passes into midfield and then in transition as well. That was something that was quite scary. I thought last season, before you fell away, you were very good at controlling the transitions. Today, when United were running at Arsenal in transition, I always felt like United were one good pass away from being in at Ramsdale. One needs to change because that's not sustainable. You can't go toe to toe with City playing that way.
I actually don't know because no matter the lineup, no matter which system Arteta plays, we just keep on making those dumb mistakes. I don't know what he can do. I actually don't know what he can do. Get a sports psychologist. I have no idea because away from home, these guys are locked in. They give away less chances. We're much better defending transition. I don't know, man. I have no idea. I actually don't know what to do. I'm not even the coach, so imagine how Arteta feels. You can plan for everything. Hey, do this, do that. Here's the game plan. But if someone's playing a loose pass in midfield here and you get done in transitions when you're 1-0 down, the game plan goes out the window. So
Yeah, no,
actually, me as a fan, yeah, I don't know. Imagine how Arteta feels.
no, I fully agree. Like as Arteta, he's probably scratching his head. He's probably absolutely frustrated because he's put a system in play. He's reverted back to the strongest team of last season with the addition of Havertz instead of Granit Xhaka. But in terms of the performance levels, it's night and day. But I feel like I want to talk about Kai Havertz, not because I don't rate him, but because I feel like his presence in your midfield for me is not helping the balance. Like we said last week, and as most people know, Kai Havertz is a luxury player that doesn't have a defined position. But I feel like a player like Kai Havertz needs to come alive in the final third. And I feel like that's not happening. The positives of Kai Havertz this season is actually the part that people thought he wasn't actually going to do well in, which is the duels and the defensive aspect of the game. But the attacking aspect of the game, I don't think he's adding anything substantial to the Arsenal team. What do you think of Kai Havertz's addition to the team? Do you think I'm being too harsh? It's just a start of his time at Arsenal. He needs to acclimatize, or what do you think needs to happen? Because if it's not going to run, I don't think Arteta needs to force him in. 2 games in a row, Fabio Vieira has come on and has looked better in that
It's
left.
got, it's got a game defining assist in each game.
Exactly. So what do you think of Kai Havertz's role in that midfield and in your team? Do you think it disrupts the balance, or do you think it's too early to come to that conclusion?
For me, the biggest issue right now is Havertz's confidence. Right now, Arteta has defined the role for him in the team, and he's not grabbing it with his hands. His role has even been simplified. He's playing a more simple than what Jack was playing anyway. Your main job in this team is to be a menace in the final third. All that off-ball stuff is a bonus, and you're doing fine. But the tibbiness, don't be a liability on the ball in midfield because we're playing as a second striker essentially, but sometimes you're going to be in midfield and you're going to have to play like a midfielder. But keep it simple. We're not asking you to break lines. Just don't lose the damn ball. And he's so timid in his actions sometimes. I actually don't know how we can get this guy to just get back to the confident Havertz of old before he joined Chelsea. Because right now, his confidence is what's going to hold him back. Fair enough, new system, red tear, or need time to acclimatize. But if he doesn't snap out of this trance that he's in, he won't succeed at Arsenal, in my honest opinion. And I think Arteta can help him by taking him out of the starting lineup. Have 20 10-minute cameos to build your confidence. Same with Vieira had to do it for the past year and a bit. Use cameos to build your confidence and take it from there. And I think that's the best way to get Havertz going. But if by the end of the season, he's not shown to be useful to the team, call it quits. Because really and truly, he'll never be worth that 65 mil unless he's grabbing 15 goals a season. I'm talking Dele Alli numbers. When Poch maximized that Spurs attack here to get the best out of Ali and Kane. If he was not part of the Dele Alli numbers here, he'll never be worth that 65 mil. So for me, the bare minimum is get me 10 league goals. Don't be a liability in midfield. And we can just be like, okay, fair enough, he's useful. Same way that Man City see Grealish as useful, even though he's not putting up numbers. So for me, that's my 2 points on Havertz for now.